Alright guys, welcome back for another episode of the Technomancer. I'm your host, Imperial Arm. When we last left off, we were making our way to the dome for our initiation. I was demoing the fighting styles, so like I said, I think for my playthrough, I prefer using the staff, so we're going to go ahead and get into this and move on through. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. I'm really enjoying the game. I do have one minor complaint that I've noticed, and I'm hoping, I've already submitted a bug report about it, but I'm hoping the developers fix it.
Here lies the entrance, and beyond, the main room, where we must go.
When you launch...
For being so old, it's in great condition. What exactly, Master, is inside the dome?
Knowledge, Zack. The very essence of knowledge, even.
You guys keep talking. Alright, so what I was saying, guys, was when you go to launch the game from Steam, it takes you a couple times to get in, because the game will launch and then it'll get to the where it's showing the publisher and developer logos, and then it crashes out. I've done it like 3 or 4 times, so and then you finally get into the game. So it's a minor inconvenience. It doesn't prevent you from playing the game, but it's just an inconvenience nonetheless. So we talked about that shirt earlier that in the last playthrough that I said we might need. It was a poison resistance. Those things, those Mars crawfish or whatever they are, can hit you with poison. So and it does a little bit of damage. Doesn't do a whole lot, but I don't know. We'll see if we actually need it. So we'll move down here. We'll get a little swarm of enemies going, and then we'll kick their ass and move on. So. These things are fairly simple. Like I said, this is all designed still to be part of the tutorial.
The very presence is a danger to the relics. We must seek out their origin. I remember well the first time I came here. I was fascinated. I really thought I was part of an elite. I've become disillusioned since then. If all this knowledge indeed gives us some sort of power, we are still faced with so many obstacles that we can't do anything with it. It's more of a danger for us than a tool.
Alright guys, so also one thing I also want to mention while I'm thinking about it, guys, is one of the viewers did point out the volume was kind of low, so I went ahead and readjusted the volume, did run a couple of independent tests on it, trying to see if I could get it to pick up some, so with my in-game recording software. So by all means, guys, let me know in the comments, or hit me up on Google Plus or wherever you guys follow at, and just say, hey, the volume's good, volume's too loud, too low, whatever it is. I'll try to make the changes. This is probably the only episode I record today. I do like to do batch recordings just because I have a lot of time when I do sit down to record. So hopefully I'll catch, if the volume's messed up, I'll catch it before we actually move on to another episode. So. Alright, so I'm going here.
This is the main room. The console over there. Activate it, and heed its words.
Will do.
Wonder what it's gonna show us, guys.
Witness registration, March 17th, 2076. Subject 12. The subject appears acclimatized, pulse elevated but steady, unaffected by any visible health concerns. James, how do you feel?
Great! So alive! My heart's racing, and I feel like I can take on the world. And I'm being honest here, it's a bit overwhelming.
Subject self-report is consistent and substantiated with our measurements of human other subjects, all of whom produce EEGs indicating activity levels acutely higher than any ever associated with a human not subjected to the mutation. The only adverse side effect, it appears, is the near tenfold increase in corporeal and cerebral electricity. Dangerous levels that will necessitate the urgent invention of a device capable of evacuating such surplus in order to avoid subject injury.
This man talking about technomancy, about mutations, as if... I can't believe.
And yet it still might be so. This recording dates to the first settlers. Speaks of the first Technomancers. Shocking, perhaps? Where did you think our abilities came from? A divine power?
I don't... But we have no physical signs of mutation, and I don't know any mutant that has our gifts.
And why should any of those things matter? Might not our mutation simply be of a different form? This brings us to the most important point. What you have seen unifies us, unifies the Technomancers. This secret must be kept from all other humans. If this information was discovered by, say, the ASC, we would become nothing but slaves. Our situation is already incredibly undesirable. We are not only isolated, but used as human bombs. Take a walk by the mutant pen in the slums one day. That is what our lives could have been. Don't be dismayed. I have been through this as well, so have all the other Technomancer officers in abundance. Knowledge of this revelation makes you one of us now, more so than your skills. But now is time to deal with the creatures infesting the dome. It would be a real shame if the installations here are damaged, for we will no longer be able to hold initiation trials here.
Yes. Yes, of course, Master. I haven't found an opening yet, so... they must have reached lower in the dome.
Then that's where we must go. I will divert the attention of these creatures. At the base of the dome, you will find an entry point. If you have swarmed here, they must have dug a passage.
I'm on it.
Alright. There you go, guys. What a revelation. We could possibly be a mutant. Dum dum dum. So, alright, let's see what we're going to pick up here. So, then also with your skill, guys, like some of your primary skills, so basically these ones that have pictures in them, you can do upgrades to those. So like this one, if we select an upgrade, we can increase the chance of critical attack for fast attacks by 5%, increase disruption effect for fast attacks by 10%, which actually doesn't sound that bad because we'd like to disrupt as much as we can, prevent them from really doing anything. Yeah, let's do that one. And then it appears that we have... okay, here we go. So, I think we're going to choose agility just from, like I said, from my playthrough already. I think agility is going to be one of those things that will come in handy because it'll give us a better upgrades to weapons, stuff like that. Or maybe, since we're going to go the route with the staff, maybe we'll go strength 2. Yeah, let's go strength 2. And that's all said and done. Drop a save real quick just so that I don't lose my spot. Alright, so there we go. We're all saved up, ready to move out. Poor guy didn't even stand a chance, he just got owned. So, alright, so we're going to go over here. We are going to go up a little off the beaten path. We're going to go grab some stuff from over here that I know is hanging out. So let's run some more combat. So there you go, guys. Like I said, the combat, each one of the styles is different and unique in its own way, but I mean, just that staff, or whatever, what do they call it, the Guardian, is just so fluid and deadly. One of the excuse me, one of the viewers did comment about it, kind of reminded them of a KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. So, and I would have to agree, it does in some ways it doesn't. but just the fighting style is just so fluid. So we're picking up all this junk. We're getting poor quality leather and serum here. We're going to convert that into something later on. I don't think we can upgrade anything right this second, so we're going to go ahead and move on through here and down into this next area and then up a little bit. There we go, guys. And I know that, like I said, these things are really squishy, so we took them out fairly quickly, but I mean, you just saw how fluid that was, so I just can't get over that. But you know, let me know what you guys think. You know, does it remind you of Kotra? Does it I mean, is there another game it reminds you of? You know, let me know. So we're gonna head upstairs. I think there's one or two more enemies upstairs, and then there's some loot. So actually, no. Not no enemies upstairs. Okay. Not an issue. Alright, so we got a studded club and 2 and 2 of health injectors and focus injectors. So, yep, we'll definitely take those. We'll go ahead and move on. Do a little sprint action here, see if we can get back down to where we need to be rather quickly so we're not wasting time. Skin that guy, I'm not worried about it. We've collected plenty of leather so far, poor quality leather. We'll convert that into a better, like, actual leather or whatever. So, so we're gonna climb down here. All right, so. Some more stuff. Alright, so we got a big one there running along the ramp, but that's okay. Go ahead and make him wish he hadn't decided to do that. So there you go, now we're level 5. We'll go ahead and hit a level up real quick, or we'll upgrade here in just a second. So if anybody else is playing this, by the way, you know, definitely drop some comments, tell me what you think of the game so far, or things that have worked for you, stuff like that. So and we're going to need all of that here in just a second, so alright, so we'll go ahead and get the upgrade. Actually, I think this time we're going to take a Technomancer upgrade, so let's see here. Yeah. Alright, now we get a talent, so we can recycle stuff without the workbench if we take crafting one, which actually would be kind of nice, because then we don't have to try to find a crafting bench quite as often. We can just break down junk that we're not going to use as we're out moving around. Because you do have a weight limit, so I think it's like 250. And we'll go in and look at it here in just a second. So yeah, we'll take that. Go in here. So with everything that we're carrying right now, we're sitting at 79. So and as you can see, we've got 65 poor quality leather, 9 metal components, electrical debris, no items for quest items. So and then we've got our that. Alright, just in the event that we do want to use the shield and mace, we'll go ahead and equip that club. So make sure our stance is still good. So So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna drop down, take out these guys, and you know, this is that point in an RPG. Even when I was doing my first playthrough and I had no idea what was going on, I was like, this just doesn't look right. This is, you know, definitely something. Alright guys, so there we go. We're gonna get a cutscene real quick and then we'll carry on from there. It's the mother of all Mars crawfish. Or ticks. They kind of look like ticks too, so I've never seen a tick under a microscope, so. So if we stay pretty much underneath their belly, though, we can't avoid those claw swipes. Unfortunately, going to get her over the inner side there where it's soft as sheet. There's that little throw down right there, which we can't avoid if we get too close enough. So, oh, she got us with the swipe. So, all right, we're gonna have to. Right here. About half health right now, so what we'll do is we'll get another auto injector, health injector, so we can get a boatload of those, so we'll take out some of these smaller guys real quick. And then with the core, that's my fault, so. Alright, so we're going to hit from a save point here, and I bet I forgot to save before we draw in, and I did forget to save before we dropped in there, so we'll figure it out. It may actually hit us at the cutscene, so okay, cool. Right there, so we didn't lose a whole lot. We still got 9 of our health injectors, so we'll wipe these guys out real quick, and then we'll give us another shot. Hopefully we'll get hit this time. Killed. I don't know that the disruption attack actually will do anything to her. I think I used it a couple times on my playthrough and didn't actually work out. So we'll see, though. Alright. Well, we've already seen this. We're gonna go ahead and skip through it. Just save you guys some hassle and trouble. Camera is killing me. A lot of acrobatics right now, guys. Basically, try to run her down as much damage as we can. There, she's gonna die for steam. So, kind of stuck in this, so she's done. She might be so she also takes her own children, probably, whatever you want to call them. Oh, got us on a backswing there. So, alright, we'll give it one more chance. Or one more try, and then we'll move on. So, if we can, I'll do it off camera, and we'll pick it back up. Try to get out of the way. Just a little bit. So I guess we didn't do what we were supposed to do because the dome definitely looks destroyed. So, but.
You, who bore witness to the secret with your own eyes, who knows in your heart of hearts that the revelation that he bears is true, and who has understood that this knowledge could cast us into endless pits of despair. As you drink the sap of the world, the water that feeds our lives, abandon the one you thought you were, and instead become our brother, Technomancer. Together we have shared the water and secret. Can you swear to forever protect the knowledge of the Earth and to dedicate your life to finding it again? To defend and protect our secret, even with the sacrifice of your life, if need be?
I swear.
Then welcome, my brother.
I know you must be troubled by what you've learned, and I assure you that it's no less troubling to me. But be proud of what you are, and know, no matter what, we are by your side. And that this initiation, as horrid as it may be, makes you forever our brother.
You showed the courage of lions beneath the dome, and for it, you have been made an officer. So I imagine, now that you no longer need my guidance, they will send me elsewhere, with the great and endless pride of having been your teacher over these few years.
The honor was mine, Master.
No, not Master. It's just Sean now.
Go. Take your assignment as an officer. Count the blessings you've amounted, those that allowed you to avoid the front thus far. Captain Eliza is waiting in the barracks. She's harsh, but fair. But before you find her, we all know the regulations. Technomancers get no leave from the front in times of war. So being here, I can't even sneeze without a report being written up. But you have a free pass. I need you to go to the exchange district for me. There's an itinerant merchant there who was supposed to arrive yesterday. Just meet with him. The merchants have no ties to abundance and travel among us like shadows. They hear things, whispered things, and pay people to forget they are there. I'm looking for information on any archaeological discoveries that could expose the Earthlings. Information that would help protect our secret. Ask him if they've heard of any such finds.
Yes, Great Master, as you wish.
Good, Zachariah. But take care that not a single soul knows what you're after. Not a single soul can hear your exchange with the merchants.
Alright guys, there we go. So we are no longer a trainee, we are a full-blown Mars wizard, as I've been calling it. So we're going to go ahead and break the episode off here. If you guys liked the video, hit the like button below. If you want to see more content, go ahead and subscribe. We're still not entirely sure that I'm going to make this a full-blown series, but we'll see. I'm actually enjoying playing it, so I may actually just keep doing it. So I think my next recording series is going to be a little further into August, so we'll again, everybody will have to tune in and wait and see what that one's actually going to be. But make sure you guys, if you did enjoy the video, or if you hit the like button or share it with your friends so that they can see it. If you're on the fence about buying the game, you can go ahead and tune in right here on Imperial Arm Gaming and check out the video to make your decision. So Until next time, guys, nothing follows.